Peace world, this is your boy Citizen, and this is Bible Time Capsule, where we read the Bible from front to back. Today is June 5th, 2013. I am going to read chapter 37 after previously on the same date having read chapter 36. I'm doing this because if I got to read all this myself, I'm going to have to put more in each day, or it'll take me like 9-10 years to read it all. And God agrees behind it. But right now we're using probably what's primitive technology to you guys 20, 30, 100 years from now. We're going to use that technology to get other people to read their chapters, send them in to me, and me and my editor, we'll put them all together, and we'll crank this out in a few months. But all that being said, let's begin then. The history, section 4, the history of Joseph. Section 4 of Genesis, chapter 37, early history of Joseph. Jacob lived in the land of Canaan, where his father had dwelt as a stranger. This is his family history. When Joseph was 17 years old, still a mere youth, he was pasturing the flock with his brothers and the sons of Bala and Zelpha, his father's wives, and he brought a bad report to his father concerning them. Israel loved Joseph best of all his sons because he was born in his old age. He made him a long tunic. When his brothers saw that their father loved him best of all his sons, they hated him and could not even greet him. Next section, Joseph's dreams. Now Joseph had a dream, and when he told it to his brother, they hated him the more. He said to them, "Listen to this dream I had. We were binding sheaves in the field. My sheaf rose up and remained standing, while your sheaves gathered round and bowed down to my sheaf." There's a section at the top of the page. Joseph is sold into Egypt, and another one on the other page, Joseph's childhood and dreams. I guess that goes with this section, but maybe the printing of this particular Bible is off a little bit. But nevertheless, I got to record it. So let's continue. So he's telling them this dream. They bowed down to my sheep. His brothers answered, "Are you to be our king? Are you to rule over us?" And because of his dreams and words, they hated him more. He had another dream, which he also told to his brothers. "I had another dream," he said. "The sun, the moon, and 11 stars were worshiping me." When he told that to his father and his brothers, his father reproved him. "What is this dream that you have had?" he said. "Can it be that I and your mother and your brothers will come to bow to the ground before you?" So his brothers envied him, while his father pondered the matter. When his brothers had gone to pasture their father's flocks at Shechem, Israel said to Joseph, "Your brothers are pasturing the flocks at Shechem. Get ready. I will send you to them." Joseph answered, "I'm ready." "Go then," said Israel, "and see if all is well with your brothers and with the flocks, and bring back a report to me." So he sent him from the valley of Hebron, and he came to Shechem. A man found Joseph wandering about in the fields and asked him, "What are you looking for?" "I am looking for my brothers," he answered. "Tell me, please, where are they pasturing?" The man said, "They have moved on from here because I heard them say, 'Let us go to Dothan.'" So Joseph went after his brothers and found them in Dothan. They saw him in the distance, and before he drew near them, they plotted to kill him. They said to one another, "Here comes that dreamer. Let us therefore kill him and throw him into a cistern. We can say that a wild beast devoured him. Let us see then what becomes of his dreams." But when Reuben heard of it, he tried to rescue him from them, saying, "We must not kill him." Then he continued, "Do not shed blood. Throw him into the cistern there in the desert, but do not lay a hand on him." His purpose was to rescue him from them and restore him to his father. When Joseph came to his brothers, they stripped him of the long tunic he had on. They seized him and threw him into the cistern, which was empty and dry. Oh, here's the section. Joseph sold into Egypt. Then they sat down to eat. Looking up, they saw a caravan of Ishmaelites coming from the Galaad, their camels laden with gum, balm, and myrrh, with which they were on the way to Egypt. Then Judah said to his brothers, "What is to be gained by killing our brother and concealing his blood? Let us sell him to the Ishmaelites, and let us not lay hands on him, for he is our brother, our own flesh." His brothers agreed. And when some Midianite traders passed by, they drew Joseph up out of the cistern. They sold him to the Ishmaelites for 20 pieces of silver, and they took Joseph to Egypt. When Reuben went back to the cistern and saw that Joseph was not in it, he rent his garments, returned to his brothers, and said, "The boy is not there. And I, where shall I turn?" Then they took Joseph's tunic, and after killing a goat, dipped the tunic in blood. They sent someone who brought the long tunic to their father with the message, "We have found this. See whether it is your son's tunic or not." He recognized it and said, "It is my son's tunic. A wild beast has devoured him. Joseph has been torn to pieces." Then Jacob rent his garments, girded himself with sackcloth, and mourned his son many days. Though all of his sons and daughters tried to comfort him, he refused to be consoled and said, "I will go down mourning to my son in the netherworld." So his father wept over him. Meanwhile, the Midianites sold Joseph in Egypt to one of the Pharaoh's officers, Potiphar, Phuthar, Potiphar, captain of the guard. All right, that's the end of chapter 37. This is Bible Time Capsule. I'm Citizen. Peace. Be kind to one another. Love each other. I'm out.